Tom Lee just told us why he thinks everyone missing the point why Ethereum can go absolutely nuts. Okay, in this video we will talk about the brand new interview where he talks exactly about that and much more, so you don't miss that and you will stack it to your other BMNR Ethereum knowledge. Let's dive in.
Welcome to the game, I'm the wolf of Dubai.
So welcome to a brand new video. If you don't know who I am, my name is Danny and I'm looking for stocks that can go up 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60x. I'm here in my, it's not Las Vegas, even though it looks like Las Vegas. It's not my Las Vegas suite, it's my Macau suite. And let me show you, I don't know if I can show you the view. It's absolutely insane what they built here. It's a pretty nice view with a pretty nice suite here. And you have here a little bit like like it's not that tidy because we just moved in, but you have the area for the bathroom there. And let me just show you around real quick. Why not showing you the juice? So essentially here you have a nice bathroom, right? And yeah, here we're staying a couple of days, but yeah, let's come to the point. If you have never seen a video of mine, my name is Danny and I'm looking for stocks that can go up 10, 20, 30, 40, 50x like I did for Tesla or other companies. I actually, with my free content on my channels, made, I think, more wealth than some people selling anything to people, okay? So my subscribers bought even houses or apartments. And if you want to even trade with me personally, then you should check out xnDayTrading.com because I'm never advertising any other product out there except my own, where I put more than $1 million to develop my own AutoPilot software where our trading team is trading for you in your account. You can see that very much. This is how it looks like. You just switch it on, you get all the trades all automatically, everything is done for you. And then we want to make about like 8 to 50% per month. So if this is interesting for you, this is how it looks like. If you start with $10,000, then you could be somewhere around like $58,000 after 12 months. If this is interesting for you, then make sure to schedule a call with me personally and we see if we can help you as well. Now, with that said, let's dive into a brand new clip of Tom Lee and then we see what he says.
But for you, like, why Ethereum? Like, what was the aha moment there?
Yeah, so we've been writing and recommending both Bitcoin and Ethereum for the last 9 years, but we were leaning towards people allocating more heavily to Bitcoin because we just thought that digital gold was an easier narrative to explain to our clients. But now in 2025, I think digital gold and Bitcoin as store of values is well accepted. So there's less, in my mind, discovery of that argument.
Right.
I mean, it's still there's still a lot of virtues to Bitcoin. But when I look at the next 10 years, 15 years, we're a lot more excited about Ethereum than Bitcoin's future.
Obviously, you have all these like price calls. I think you were calling for what, 7,500 this year?
Yeah.
We got hit a little bit.
Yes.
We're at December 4th now. We'll see what we get at the end of the year.
Yeah, I think Ethereum can still, and Bitcoin could have big moves between now and year end. So, but the reason to be excited about Ethereum is Wall Street is choosing to use the blockchain for the future. That's the big change.
Exactly.
It started with stable coins, and it was a big aha moment for Wall Street. But that's just tokenizing a dollar. And now Wall Street wants to tokenize everything.
Oh, yeah.
And they're not going to build it on Bitcoin.
No.
They need a smart contract platform.
So I agree with that. So obviously securitize everything, like BlackRock's coming in, Larry Fink's talking about tokenizing the world. So originally I actually agree with you. I was like, this is super bullish Ethereum. But then they started building their own L1s, right? Like L2s I get, that's all Ethereum, which is awesome. What do you think about that though? Like, do you think that them coming in and building L1s instead of L2s on Ethereum is actually bearish ETH?
People, at the end of the day, probably not. Okay. The reason being, if we tokenize the world, so gold is a $20 trillion market. Okay. And that's Bitcoin is replacing gold.
Yes.
But when you add in stocks and bonds and real estate and intellectual property and
Mhm.
art, you're not in the trillions, you're in the quadrillion, right? So like the
Absolutely.
addressable market, let's say, is 100 or 200 times bigger.
Mhm.
You can't fit that onto one
Mhm.
blockchain. So in other words, like you in the practical reality is like Ethereum can't be the blockchain of the entire tokenized world, because it would, like if you think about the computational requirements or whatever, everything would be running on one L1. So it makes sense that people are going to try to create chains that maybe bridge and talk to each other.
Also to make money.
Yeah. But I don't think of a world where the major L1 isn't still going to be the most valuable. Like in what they call, when you look at what they call market structure, the top 2 or 3 capture the majority of the economics. And I think that's what Ethereum is going to be.
I mean, Ethereum is what, $300 to $400 billion asset at the moment.
Yeah.
You have all these L1s that are getting a lot of attention. There's Solana Sui, tons of being built, etc. Recently, Monad launched. Everyone's trying to be the Ethereum killer.
If we want to say who are the customers of that, if it is a grassroots and people are building Wall Street in their garages, then any L1 will win. But if we want to look at who the institutional world wants to build upon, they don't want to build upon an experimental chain or a newly launched L1.
Yeah.
They want to build on something that, one, already has a huge community of support.
Absolutely.
That is 100% uptime.
Zero downtime.
And they're not paying anybody to use their chain, which is where, so organically Ethereum is the place where all of this is being built.
It is the most decentralized ledger ever built, right?
And it works great.
And like we said, zero downtime. Love Ethereum for that. What do you think? So you talk about Wall Street.
But it doesn't mean like Solana can't.
No. By the way, I love Solana. I'm friends with Raj. I have done very well trading Solana back in November 2023 when Ethereum was losing a lot of mind share, and you could see Ethereum. Solana won 2024.
Yeah,
in my opinion, which probably hurt Ethereum, and then there was quite a big comeback.
But this is the mantra of Tom Lee, okay? He says, first of all, everyone building on Ethereum, okay? If they want to revolutionize Wall Street, they are building on Ethereum first. I saw one of my members actually told me that I should look into a video where they talk about that Ethereum is like the oil of the new Wall Street. And think about it, right? So if it's really the oil of the next wave of Wall Street, then this could be absolutely insane, right? So with that said, think about it this way. Imagine you have a world or a network or a piece of land where everything is happening, right? And people say like, oh, this will never work so well, or you cannot benefit from it. You are owning all the land that everyone is building up on, right? So, and if this is not valuable, then what is valuable, right? The CEO of BlackRock says tokenization is everything. It's the big new thing on Wall Street, and everything is happening on Ethereum itself. So that's why it's so important, and that's why Tom Lee is making such a big bet. He doesn't have to do that. He has already enough money. He has all the reputation. He made already a lot of money for his clients, so he is good. But he still comes out and say, you know what? Here we go. Let's dive in, right? So he put his reputation on the line. He put his money on the line. He put other people's wealth on the line just to prove that he believes that Ethereum will be the winner of the next generation of Wall Street, right? So, and everybody is building on that. So he's kind of owning the land where everything else in the future will be built on. Insane. That's why Bitcoin is such amazing, such a great bet on the future of finance. And if you like that, make sure to subscribe to all my channels so I can see you tomorrow as well, because the grass is greener always on the other side.